In this video, I'm going to show you how I scaled my online consulting business from zero to $250,000 in the first year. Starting a business from scratch isn't easy, but as an online consultant that helps other consultants, coaches, creatives, and agency owners win more clients using organic content on Instagram and LinkedIn, I can tell you that it is possible. In my first year of trading, I hit £250,000 worth of revenue and helped my clients achieve life-changing results. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and bust a few myths too. Let's jump in. Niching down. And this probably won't be what you expect because everyone tells you to niche down, and whilst to some degree, I do agree, you can't be everything to everyone, but niche down too far to too small an audience, and all you're essentially saying is you're something to no one. The fact of the matter is your niche or your target clients will change over time. If you just plant your flag in the sand and say, right, that's it, I only work with 38-year-old female authors who live in Switzerland who play tiddlywinks and have 7 cats, then your audience isn't going to be big enough to sell to. Plus, you might hate people who play tiddlywinks within a couple of months of working with them too. My advice is to pick a large segment and see how things work out to begin with, especially if you're completely new to whatever it is you're doing. Going about it this way will help you learn 2 things. 1, if you actually like working with that particular audience, and 2, if you can actually help them. I originally only started out working with coaches, but I made sure that I didn't only market myself to coaches. I also marketed myself to people in the creative space as well, freelancers, marketers, and agency owners. Obviously, this is a much larger segment, and it turns out now we attract a mixture of both and beyond, because I didn't niche down too far in the beginning. So trust me on this one. At the start, don't go too deep. You need a mixture of depth and breadth. Number 2, risk and sacrifice. If you want to grow in any area of life, you're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to eliminate some things, maybe some people too. You're also gonna have to take risks. I look back at our figures from this time last year and I actually realized that I quit my job when we were making no profit. Nothing at all. But in order to make it work, I had to go all in. We were doing a few K a month, but almost all of that was taken up by expenses. I was paying for software, subscriptions, coaches, programs, books, materials, hardware, software, and I wasn't actually making any money. So quitting my job was a massive risk, but in doing so, it allowed me to switch focus. I could sit there and look critically at improving the business, which very quickly grew profitable. Because there were no distractions and also no fallback plan, this had to work. If it didn't, I'd have to go and get a job again. Once you make that first bit of money online, a part of you becomes unemployable. So getting another job wasn't really an option. Go ahead and track what you actually spend your time on. And if it's not serving your personal goals or your business goals, eliminate it. There's a great quote. Don't know who by, but it's sacrifice for what you want, or what you want will become the sacrifice. Powerful stuff, and so true. But I also realized sacrifice comes in seasons. Okay, I sacrificed sleep, I sacrificed time with my children, I sacrificed time with my wife, nights out with friends, all in order to make this work. And now it is, I can get some of that time back. Too many people these days talk about this work-life balance. And I don't care what anyone says, if you're an early stage business owner, work-life balance does not exist. Entrepreneurship is a constant state of imbalance. It's chaos beneath a calm surface. And to succeed, you need to prepare for that imbalance. Stuff goes wrong. Every day brings a new challenge. You'll question yourself frequently, imposter syndrome, doubt. All these things will start to creep in. And unless you're prepared to take risk and sacrifice, the odds are you won't succeed. Number 3, and this leads on from point number 2, I didn't focus on profit. Now this goes against how most business owners act, all right? And I get it. But my intention still, even a year in, isn't to make as much profit as possible. Don't get me wrong, we are profitable, but right now, I just want impact. I want to make impact over income. And I want to do that through volume. I want word of mouth to spread and for our company and our content to clients program to become world renowned. And it's starting. And things are slowly building, but the only way we've been able to do that is make sure we have the right people and the right automation set up and play a major part in the process. All we're aiming to do is improve the client experience. So rather than pocketing all the profit, typically I reinvest it into personal or business growth. I still haven't taken 5 figures out of this business for personal gain. I've not gone on any expensive holidays. I've not gone and done what most people do in my position and go and buy this flash car. Every penny is pretty much invested into improving the client experience experience or my own personal development to make it better for our clients. Because when you focus on clients and team, the sales become a lot easier too. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I never do. Business is not easy and we're still finding our feet. But most of these online hustlers won't tell you that. They'll rent a car and get some pictures in front of it to look cool. I'm still driving around in my dad's Ford EcoSport or whatever it is. Bigger picture first. Number 4, I understood that things take time. Everyone's looking for a hack or a shortcut, the quickest way to get there with the least amount of effort. But there's no such thing. Yes, there are certain tactics you can deploy to speed things up and accelerate growth, but this comes down to grit, dedication, determination, and perseverance. And these things can't be taught a lot of the time. You certainly won't get them by looking for the latest hack. You don't just put out a few posts on Instagram and start hitting 10K months. You don't just record a course in a day. I mean, you can, it's not going to be game changing. One of the biggest challenges that small business owners face is the need for instant gratification. Too many of them expect overnight success. But building a business takes effort and time. It can take months, even years to get where you want. And this is where patience comes in. When you're patient, you can stay focused on what you're trying to achieve and avoid getting distracted by this instant gratification and these short-term setbacks. You can also keep a level head and not make too many impulsive decisions that might be detrimental for your business. Patience with audience growth helps a lot too. You don't just get. Patience with your audience and your clients is essential too. They don't just pop up and start sending you money. Ultimately, patience is what sets successful business owners apart from those who either fail or give up too soon because they set their expectations too high. It's what will allow you to stay the course and see your vision through. The rewards come with time. And number 5, this definitely goes against common belief. I unsold people. Again, this goes against what most business owners do. When we have calls with people, we actively tell them we can't help them unless they're a really good fit, even if we think there's money to be made. And we do this for a few reasons. Firstly, if we can't help them, they're going to have a terrible experience. Secondly, word can get around and a terrible experience can damage our reputation. And lastly, if they have a negative opinion or a negative experience, that will rear its head and cost us time, money, and energy. As part of our signature Content to Clients program, community plays a massive part. It's probably the USP, and countless clients tell me that this is the best community they've ever been a part of. They actually show up on calls with their cameras on, they contribute, they meet up privately, go live, practice pitching. This doesn't happen in many other programs in our space. A big part of this is our ability and our willingness to unsell people, to tell them that we can't help. And I've learned to trust my gut. And it might seem counterintuitive to unsell your services, but if a client is a bad fit, it's just going to cost you that time, energy, and focus, as I say. And that is more important than any money. So be ultra careful who you work with. Vet them as much as they're probably vetting you, and do not be afraid to unsell. So there it is, how I scaled my online business to $250,000 in the first year of trading. Niching down, but not too far. Sacrifice and risk taking, not focusing on profit, understanding that things take time, and unselling people who aren't a good fit. If you enjoyed this video and want to know more about how we help online business owners win more clients organically on Instagram and LinkedIn, you can check this video here where I go deeper into some of our strategies. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you in this video next.